Welcome to another NEBA Spotlight. I am so happy to present to you David. David, tell us about you. Tell us about your business.
Well, good morning, early risers. I just want to tell you, my name is David Leta, and I'm a marketing manager. Now, I'm a resource for businesses that are struggling with their marketing, whether it's online or offline. I'm also a resource for small businesses that know marketing, but they just don't have the time or the energy to get the tasks that need to be get done. I do a lot of word of mouth initiatives for my clients, get that word of mouth out. My job is also not to spend any money, right? As much as possible, try not to do that. But today we're going to try to get you a speaking gig, everyone. But this will help you begin to understand how I help my clients. So there's 7 steps on landing a speaking engagement, and it really works. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get your phones out. I want you to get on the camera out, and I want you to be able to take pictures of this so that this way you can reference it at a later date. Now, the reason I'm saying that, it's going to be a bumpy ride. So here we go. All right, how to land a speaking engagement. Oops. There we go. It is absolutely the shortcut to influence and impact. Now, here's the thing. If you have the right people in your audience, 70% of them that are going to be influenced by it. And I've seen it for myself and I've seen it for my clients. So there's some really great benefits if you're going to be speaking. The first is you become an authority. What a quick way to get there. Also, it'll expand your network, and it just goes in all different areas. Now, the other thing is it monetizes your expertise. What a great way to go ahead and do these type of talks. But if you're targeting correctly, they're going to love you. Now, in marketing, and my colleagues sometimes disagree with me, but I found this to be true. Direct contact is where you really get your conversions. It's important to have a social media presence. It's important to do all those things. But direct contact has shown conversions. Now, this is a form of direct contact when you're presenting. So I want you to keep that in mind as we go. Step 1, what makes you irresistible to the audience? Now, there are a lot of things that make you irresistible to the audience, but a couple of key questions you want to ask yourself is, what problems do you solve? Now, you've heard this stuff before, but now this requires deep thinking. And what I do is with my clients, we talk about it. We do a discovery. There's questions I ask them so I can go deep and to find out exactly what their personal brand is and what they are. And then we go ahead and we memorialize it. We make sure it's on paper. We make sure it's on transcripts, Stories, very important. You've heard this before, but it's important to craft the story to the audience that you're talking to so that they can understand. I always tell people, have 3 stories, right? And what'll happen is, hey, if you got to change the players, if you got to go from plumbers to accountants, it's okay, because we learn from parable. This is a really strong way of getting something across. How does your expertise create value for the organization? Again, we got to research the organization, and we have to say, all right, what are they looking for? Now, the action tip is focus on transformation you deliver to your audiences. There's a variety of ways to do that. And one of the ways that I have found is that at the end of your presentation, have a Q&A. That's transformative. People are getting their particular questions answered, and they're thinking of you as that authority. Now, step 2, your speaker toolkit, the essentials. All right, you got to have a 1 sheet. The 1 sheet is just really, have your glamour shot. Everybody should have a glamour shot in there, but your bio, your topics, testimonials, things like that. But the topics are what's really important. So you don't have 1 sheet, you have several based on the organizations where you're going to be going to speak. Now, speaking reel, we have several people who are video people here. They understand how important that is, but people have to see your energy and your style and things like that. Now, for those clients who cannot afford the experts that are on this particular networking call, I tell them, listen, if you can't afford a professional, in this case, take out a phone, Mic yourself up, have good lighting, and practice, practice, practice. Because not everybody can afford everybody in this room. But when they can't, we still have to give them alternatives so they can get the word out. Last, online presence, right? Websites, your LinkedIn, Facebook, social proof, testimonials, those type of things. That's good, so that this way people can go and look you up. There are people that are going to look you up. There are people that after you have a speaking engagement, they just don't even care anymore. I just need you to help me. So please get that sheet together. Now, where do we find these gigs? Okay, where are they hiding? Of course, you know the typical ones: Chamber of Commerce, schools, libraries, bookstores, conferences, trade shows, corporations, places of worship, nonprofits, and it goes on and on. I have a whole list. If you need a list, just please let me know. I'll be glad to send it over to you. Now, my issue is with chambers of commerce. Here's what happens. You may pay $50, $150 to speak to a group, but the audience, maybe 80% are not interested in what you have to say. So when we get speaking gigs, we try to find those particular, I talked about ponds to somebody today. You want to find that pond where they have everybody already gathered. I'll give you an example. There was a financial advisor. Now, financial advisors, I tell them, listen, you can only speak for 20 minutes. The rest are Q&As. But Dave, I can speak for hours. Yes, you can, but we don't want to bore the tears out of them when you're speaking. But we found places where this particular financial advisor needed to be in front of business owners. He was doing the exit planning and succession planning. So we found that for him. So he had an audience that was interested. So he didn't waste his time with 80% not interested, Now, there is another way. There's a lot of good people in this group. So if you found somebody who has a connection to where you need to speak, I'm going to recommend that you go ahead and speak to them and ask for their help. And I'm sure everybody here, and I've spoken to many here, are really giving people. Step 4. Okay, what we got is crafting your perfect pitch. Now, you have to think about it. You have to craft it. And part of my job is to help them craft it when we do this. So that's what we do. You got to craft it and you got to tailor it to that particular organization, Now, a short personalized video to introduce yourself, again, will show your energy and your style. Step 5, visibility brings opportunity. All right. So it's not just social media, it's networking events, it's publishing. So you've got to be strategic. And so what I have to do is position my clients into those different ponds so that they're there and they're always there. Now, familiarity breeds trust. So if you're constantly there, people will start asking questions, but we've got to put you in the right place so you're not wasting your time. Step 6, let others sell you. Testimonials, right? Why testimonial matters? It builds trust. Like somebody had said earlier, I don't know who it was, I forgot already, but hey, listen, when a third party says, hey, that person is terrific, everybody's listening. It's like your children. It's always the neighbor they're listening to. Yeah, well, so-and-so's father said this, and you told the kid several times, this is what has to happen. So anyway, that's what we have there. So top 3 ways of soliciting testimonials: directly ask at the right moment, right? Okay. Offer multiple formats for convenience, make it easy, and incentivize and show appreciation. That means send them a card. That means give them a call, give them a testimonial. Okay, step 7, we're at the end. Keep the momentum going. Follow-ups. I'm a big believer in direct mail. All right, I send greeting cards to people. I go ahead and write them a little note, thank yous, even if I just met them. This is important, but it's a great way, a different modality that they see there. Share updates. If they've listened to you, they certainly want to share some updates. I do speaking for attorneys and CPAs. When I go out there, I make sure every CPA, every attorney gets a note from me. And then lastly, take your picture out. First of all, don't look at me so much, but take the camera out. If you need to get in contact with me, please let me be of a resource for you. There's no charge. Just go ahead and call. I got lots of things that I can share with you. So thank you very much and have a great day today, guys.
David, thank you so much, my friend. We look forward to supporting you in business. What an amazing business you got.